Welcome back to another blockchain brawlers game update-ish. Yeah, now we have some interesting news today, and it is the blockchain brawlers game economy overview. So before we begin, like, subscribe, hit the notification button and help this channel grow. And let's take a quick dive of what is the game economy for blockchain brawlers. Alright, let's move on to the first news. It is how many players can play blockchain brawlers on day number 1. And the answer, according to this article, is 1050, which is 1050 players, which includes 750 standard brawlers, or 750 players with a standard brawler, 200 players with one legendary brawler, and another 100 Ric Flair brawlers. Tongue twisted. 100 Ric Flair brawler players. Now we all know that's not true because I've seen at least 10 run one person own at least 10 standard or 20. You never know, but I do know one fella own at least 10 of one legendary brawler, which is crazy. 10 or more, and the legendary brawler costs like what, 10,000, 10k US dollars. That's a lot of money. That's really a lot of money. So putting at 1050 players is an overstatement in my opinion. Most likely you can see, okay, you know what, let's do simple math. If, let's say, every player in the game owns 2 brawlers, in total we should see at least 525 players, which is much more highly likely, right? And I think it's plausible. 500, then give or take, maybe add another 10%. Okay, you know what, I would say a good handful, 650. Let's put 750. All right, let's put at 750. 750 is technically a small player base for blockchain brawlers, and it's a very interesting perspective because this is one of those games, or if not, actually it is, because usually when you do a beta test or alpha test for a game, that's most likely the amount of player in the game playing. And for us who gets to go in, or whoever gets to go in and play blockchain brawlers for day 1, I think it's fantastic because you get to test the economy and you basically want to break the game as best as we can, because most likely it'll be a beta phase. And I think it's fantastic, right? Because once we break the game, once we test the games to its limit, that's where we can see whether this game can stand the test of time. And moving on to the next part for blockchain brawlers, obviously for this NFT gaming, we are gonna face one of the tough, not say competitors, but one of the tough problem, which is bots. Very straightforward, right? I'm going to be straightforward with it. Bots. How do we deal with bots? Unfortunately, bots will still be here. If you're going to try to eradicate them, it is, well, I would say it's tough, right? It's clear to near impossible. So according to this little article, it says, we understand why people think it's an unfair advantage. Yeah. We certainly don't like technology. Well, yes. Right, if you're gonna gain an unfair advantage, of course everybody's gonna hate it, right? We're gonna spend a amount of time. So the thing is, to move forward, instead of combating bots non-stop, which I still believe they should at least put a little bit amount of effort, which I think they did and they are doing it. So I think it's great. So the only question is, how can you prevent bots when the game goes live, right? That's the only question, and unfortunately we do not have a clear answer in this article. So I'm going to give it a pass, and we're going to revisit back, well, when the game launches and we can see. And that's one of the good news as well, because if you limit the player base to such a small base, or rather small player base, getting rid of bots is much more easier, right? Combating bots is way easier because the community is small, it's tight-knit, you can't run that far, and at the same time, you can see a bot pattern when the game goes live, and it's easy to squish them, right? Because I've seen other projects that hits million plus users, and the bot just went so wild that they have no choice but to either shut down or they suffer. They really suffer. And of course, when I say bots, not just automated program bots also can be gold farmers and etc. Right? If you play a lot of MMORPG, well, you know there's a lot of gold farmers, right? And if there's money to be made, there will be bots, 100%. According to this, it says there's no free to start mechanic in the game. Now this is interesting. Additionally, we will learn. Yeah. So basically, they have a plan, just that we need the game to be live in order for the plan to be executed, and of course to see the bot behavior. I think it's fair enough. Can make some small little arguments here and there, but we shall see. Moving on, we're gonna go to So Crafty, or rather, the good old question that everyone has been asking again and again and again, and many answers has been given. And let's put this topic to rest, right? From this day onwards, the only thing you should ask is, what quantity do I need to craft a brawler, or the recipe / blueprint? So first thing first, any person can craft any item, right? Any person can craft any item, no requirement except for legendary brawler, which is interesting because if we follow the NFT Gaming rule, or the rule that has been set up by, or in general, is that lands are not craftable. You can buy only. So in this case, the legendary brawler mimics or mirrored or akin, you could put this, mirrors to how NFT land functions. The only difference is NFT lands are much more utility compared to the legendary brawler in blockchain brawlers. So that's that's something to be seen of the legendary brawler's capability, which is very, very interesting. Yeah, and of course, lands, you can build a theme park out of it, rent out to people, host events. That's one thing good about land, and that's one thing, it is expensive to own a land in the metaverse. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Sandbox. I actually wanted to get into it, but the land in Sandbox is way too expensive for me to even obtain it. Crazy. All right, so that's that. Every and any item except for legendary brawler, which is great. Now, moving to, what do I need to craft? You need only brawl tokens and gold NFT. Both can be earned by playing the game. Fantastic. That's what you want to know, and that's what everyone wants to hear, or should know and hear. And of course, you can purchase. See, this is the fun bit. You can purchase on secondary market for brawl and gold NFT. And this is the part that I'm a little bit, not say disappointed, I'm just a little bit sad, okay? I was kind of, my expectation, at least they reveal at maybe the common brawler recipe-ish. Actually, I was expecting a recipe list or something like that. But okay, they are not going to give me straightforward, so guess we will wait until the game launches. That's fine, right? Fine by me, just a little bit sad on my side, maybe because my expectation is a bit too high. So there you have it. You can craft, again, any and every item except legendary brawlers. And what do you need to craft is brawl tokens and gold NFTs, and both can be obtained through secondary market. And because of this, you no need to buy the item outright. You can buy the raw resources, craft it yourself. Done. And this allows people who did not get the initial drop, in this case, the 750 brawler packs, or the 200 one-of-one legendary brawlers, or the Ric Flair. Great, my tongue got twisted so bad today. Ric Flair brawlers, right? No worries, you can buy materials and craft. Would it be cheaper? Now that's the only question that you should not say should ask. That's the correct question you should ask, which is, how much more do I need to pay, or how less can I get by doing the alternate route, which is crafting the brawler instead of buying the brawler outright from the secondary market? That's the question. Sadly, we don't have anything here right now because they have another disclaimer, says they're not going to publish the earnings per level. Okay, in this case, I'm just going to go blanket cover. They are not going to publish the earnings to the assets that's given, right? Which is common, how much you can earn from common, uncommon, rare, epic, or legendary. So, but they did give an indication, which we're going to move to that right now. Check this out. Now, of the whole entire article we have for the game economy, this is, my opinion, the most vital information for us from the developers, and I think it's fantastic. Sure, they didn't say how much 1 bar cost. In this case, we have the legendary brawler at max, all right, max potential earnings for the brawl token. The question is how much, we don't know. I do wish they put some numbers, but I kind of understand why they did not reveal the numbers, because everything is subject to change until the game launches. In fact, they might have a clause somewhere that says they might change the earning potential. So in this case, whatever you know now might change in the future. I don't know. But anyhow, we're going to proceed knowing the earning potential, not by amount, but by how good can it be. In this case, using the chart. So we can see that Scotty White Eye is great in gold NFT generation. Now the only question is, how much gold? Again, we don't know. And does the gold, there's an article, in the article they did say that the gold is tied to RNG, so it is a random chance drop. That means Scotty White Eye has a high chance to get gold NFT after a brawl. That's simple as that, right? Simple as that. Whereas the pink color, which is brawl token, and brawl token, in my opinion, it's a guarantee earning, right? It's like in-game cash or in-game coins. To think of it, put it this way: brawl tokens, in-game currency; gold NFT, item drop. Simple as it is, all right? So yeah, Scotty White Eye, great in drops, terrible in earnings. Legendary, all right, so legendary, 1 of 1, they have a lot of names. In this case, they use Iron Pride. So Iron Pride, legendary brawler, maximum gold earnings, maximum brawl token earnings, but not so great in the gold NFT drop department. In this case, actually, Cold Tenderfoot has the lowest chance, which is 1 bar. But the best part is that all the brawlers has a chance to earn gold NFT. So for people who loads up with lots of legendary brawlers, most likely you end up with a lot of tokens, but you'll be running a short supply on gold NFT. Now there's a lot of strategy, right? So this depends on how you invest and what you have bought and how you want to invest in this case, how you want to invest or how you want to strategize for your investment, or they call it ROI. Kind of lost that a little bit. You know what? I'm going to backtrack a little bit and say depends on your strategy on how you want to profit from the game, right? So if you want to craft, in this case, most likely craft requires, a good supply of gold NFT. And in this case, Scotty White Eye is a good pick, in my opinion. But if you want to, you already got all your legendary brawlers, you don't care about crafting, you just want to play the game and you just want to earn as a passive income, you want to go maximum token generation. The reason why is, can be many things. You can straight away sell your tokens, and at the same time, the developer did say that you need to heal your brawler has HP, you need to craft items will break, so you have to craft more items to replace the items. So in the end, I think it's a balancing act, I got that a little bit wrong. So not say wrong, it's a balancing act. Simple as that. So depends on your strategy. My strategy is very straightforward. I'm going to get Scotty White Eye with Brass Knuckle with maximum gold NFT generation potential or gold NFT drop potential. And then all I need to do is just trade enough gold NFT and then buy Brawl, because Brawl, not say it's going to be cheap, right? It's always there. See, there's a big difference between a chance to get an item and constant item generation. So are you going to go for quality over quantity profit, or are you going to go quantity over quality? Yeah, pick one, quantity or quality. I'll not say quality, in this case scarcity, because gold will always be needed to craft an item. That's 100%. And to heal your brawler, now the question is, do you need gold to heal your brawler? If the answer is no, then you just need brawl tokens. Simple as that. You don't need gold. But we all know you have to craft the rings, right? Rings has durability, all the items has durability, and there is they did say that in order to repair the item, you need the equal rarity to repair. So in this case, if I use a steel chair, which is a legendary, and when it gets broken, if I want to repair the steel chair, I can't just pump in gold and brawl, right? It doesn't work that way. I need to buy another steel chair to technically repair, or in this case, replace. To put it simple, you know what? The best gaming term out there is when the durability reaches 0, item is destroyed. Simple as that, right? They should just destroy the item, and then your brawler is left itemless. And then next thing you know, if you want to equip a steel chair, you have to buy a steel chair. Done, right? Instead of having, you know, repair and all those, because usually repair, if you follow the classic RPG, is when the item reach a certain durability, you repair. And why you repair that particular item? Because that item has extra perks. In this case, we have not seen it in blockchain brawlers yet. Maybe it's a hint that we might get special or items that have extra stats. Who knows? In the D&D realm, I think they call it magic item, right? Yeah. And that's it. That's the main part of the game economy. And let's look at the last piece of information before I close this segment, or rather this update for blockchain brawlers, is that there is a hint of how long do you need to play in order to break even. See, they didn't even say break even. It says if you start with one legendary brawler, this will take around 80 plus days of heavy duty brawling. And that is get to the end game state. See, I like to get raised to the end game state. If you start with one legendary brawler, it would take around 80 plus days of heavy duty brawling. Is it break even? I have no idea. It says end game, and that's it. And what did they compare with? If you start with just one common brawler, the time to get to full stack of brawler is considerably longer than 6 months. Now that is one small little calculation that we can go around. Unfortunately, there's not enough variables on the table for me to do a quick calculation. But let's say we do a simple prediction, right? One legendary brawler takes 3 months. 3 months of constant brawling. So in this case, play 24/7 or always be grinding. 3 months to get to end game state. That is, in my opinion, actually it's kind of long time per se. You know what? It's kind of long time. Yeah, actually there's not much information and there's not enough numbers to go around to make a prediction. But in this, I have to say, it's still not enough. I try to make something up, but I don't want to make something up. It's bad, right? I'm not going to speculate. This is not a video for speculation. That will be a video for another day. That's where we're going to discuss strategy and potential efficiency and earnings and stuff, right? But that's one small little thing. So one common 6 months, one legendary 80 plus days. In this case, I'm going to just round it up and say 3 months. That seems to be interesting. So that means this game is going to be a long play. And if you're going to put at least 6 months worth of gameplay, or you need to grind 6 months, we need a lot of content. That's for sure. Well, that's all I have for you for today. If you like it, thumbs up. If you don't like it, comment and put the thumbs down. At least I know what not to do. Or is it? You know what? Like, subscribe, hit the notification button and help this channel grow. And of course, thumbs up, thumbs down, leave a comment. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Yeah. Boom. I mean, I'm surprised if I get something else. Ta-da! Common. Common. I should have do a call out.